Oh, hey, this part is gonna be embarrassing. Hello everybody, this is RunnerGuitar and welcome once again to Sonic Generations. Right now we're gonna be doing a particular stage from our particular game. Why this stage? Why this stage? Who wanted this stage? I want you to tell me, who the fuck wanted this stage in the game? Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Crisis City from Sonic 06. The best stage of the second worst Sonic game of all time. The worst Sonic game ever made being Shadow the Hedgehog. Sonic 06 was released in 2006, hence the 06 in its name, for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. I bought the game, I played the game, and I gave it right back. It was one of the worst experiences that I've ever had, so when I found out that this stage was in here, I was reluctant to buying it, of course. But luckily, with the new controls, the new staff, the new musical direction, and the new looks, and luckily the lack of a Princess Elise, which was a pretty annoying character, the stage is just fantastic. It looks fantastic, it feels fantastic, and it plays fantastic. The graphics are a lot better than the previous counterpart, even though it's in the same console. And the stage design is really rewarding. I really do like the exploration factor in this stage. And how much different it can be playing the stage in one particular way or playing in another. It's actually pretty fun to try and speedrun this stage, because I always feel like I'm finding something new, that I can do a new trick every time that I play it. For example, the first time that I played it, I take a completely different path than the one that I'm making right now. And it is possible, and I've done it before I deleted my file to be able to do this playthrough. You can take a particular path that can get you all the 5 red rings in one go. No problem whatsoever. And I'm pretty glad about that, because there are some people that complain about Sky Sanctuary having to be replayed 3 times to get all the 5 red rings. Something I personally don't mind, but I can see why some would. Anyway, something that I do think about this stage is that I like the particular rendition of of the original Crisis City, but something about it makes me think spy music for some reason. I like spy music, but it's not what I want to think about when I'm playing a Sonic game. I really do love the rock in it, but something bugs me about it. I'm not really sure. I think that the track works better at its original orchestral version than the new version that we got for classic Sonic, but I'm not gonna say that it's a bad song. Oh no, it's a really damn good song, but but it just bugs me a bit how the basic melody it's a bit slowed down. I'm not sure what it bothers me. And hey, that was my gold ring! Bring it back! And this is what I consider the hardest part of the stage, because the tornado is constantly driving you backwards or forwards, so that you end up falling off the stage. And this entire part under us is a huge bottomless pit, so you need to be wary of that. Like I mentioned before, this stage, or should I say this era of stages, is where the game starts getting trickier. Not enough to make you want to stop playing the game, but enough for you to see the difference between the modern era and the Dreamcast era. The Dreamcast era was still very easy, but the modern era brings you the hardest challenge of this game, in my opinion, not counting the missions that you have to do. Also, I apologize for this part being so... Why the fuck did I just run off the cliff? Anyway, I apologize for this. Yeah, Sega, thank you for showing me the gold ring while I'm running in the middle. Thank you. Anyway, I apologize for this part being so short. The video file for this one, for some reason, took me 4 gigas, and it was just... Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, this particular part took me 4 gigs to be able to record, and it was a pain in the ass to edit it all because of how heavy the file was. So I'm doing this part rather short, so that I can do some cleanup on my computer and get these things done quicker. I do apologize as well for taking so long between part 6 and this part. But I promise to make it up to you with the next one, I promise. Or at least I'll try. I need to get a recording schedule that works. Because honestly, the one that I have right now is just shit! Anyway, I got a B rank, and that's acceptable for this one, for this particular stage, but for the stage before it, I wouldn't permit it. But anyway, that was the end of the classic Crazy City. A fuck ton better than Sonic 06, without a fucking doubt. But there's still something about it that pushes me away from this classic version of the stage. But now it's time for us to go to my favorite version of this stage, the modern version. Now, we got a rock rendition of the original Crisis City, but right now we're gonna get a more hyped up, if that makes any sense, version of the original orchestral piece. And honestly, this is my favorite version of Crisis City. The orchestra works so well with the techno beat, I think it's techno, and the added violins just work beautifully. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Modern Crisis City! Now this stage, I really do enjoy how at some points it can actually look like it's making references to the earlier game, in the sense that if you die in this stage for some reason, it'll sometimes get stuck on the loading screen for a bit, and I think that might have to do with the stage itself, or just Sonic 06 putting its soul here. Anyway, this is a stage we're gonna see me die a lot here, because how did I miss the dash panel? Anyway, this stage is really well done. The graphics, again, with the new boost mechanic, they just look beautiful. The stage looks beautiful and it plays beautifully. I really do enjoy how they brought... this is how Sonic 06 should have been, okay? I'm gonna say this right now. This stage was the Crazy City Sonic 06 should have been. The only thing that this stage lacks is the the boarding section, or a section where you're running away from the tornado. But I'll talk about that in a second. But again, I do think that but I do wonder why they didn't add the snowboard section from the beginning of the stage in this one. You already have the snowboarding controls, so why not use them here? This, I actually have to admit, is possibly one of my worst runs of this stage, because of how many times I died. Like, I'm looking at the recording right now, and by the sound bites I'm looking at, I die around 2 times here, and I usually only die like once or none. And I get hit a fuck ton of lot. Which honestly I'm a bit ashamed. I actually thought that I had died many more times when I was editing this. But I'm guessing you're only gonna see like some mini fuck-ups here and there. Anyway, right now is where the sub-mechanic gets its most use, aside from the extra missions. And yes, there I died. Those things have a strange hitbox. I sometimes wonder, because I homing attack them, and sometimes I get hit as well when I homing attack them. They die as well, so I'm not sure if they hit me first or what the fuck happens. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yes, here's where they expect you to use the sub-mechanic the most, due to these fire turrets that should probably be already melting that stone, that you need to stomp attack so you can bring them down. But once they reach a certain level, they're gonna pump it up and crush you against the ceiling, so be wary of that. Luckily, the crushing is not instant kill. That only takes about, shall we say, 10 rings? Yeah, 10 rings sounds about right. As you can, when it starts shaking, it means that it's gonna fall off. And I really do like that camera angle there. I think they're using. Actually, I think that they're using the same models for the Iblis forms and the Iblis creatures in this stage as they were in the original Sonic 06. I don't know. I need to check out that. Anyway, the stomping mechanic, it's good, but it can be a bit clunky, considering that when you push down, the torrent for some reason won't always go down the way you want it. Like, it will sometimes not go down at all for me. Like, sometimes when I push it down, it'll stay right where it is, like there. Yeah, so also stuff like that can happen, that you'll push the B button way too much, and you'll just slide off. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I lost this song. But anyway, I really do enjoy this stage. Honestly, not the best design stage, but I do think that if people did manage to hack this stage in Sonic 06, I think it would have been better, even with the awful controls of 06. But if they manage to hack but I'm actually curious if somebody could hack the original level design from the original Sonic 06 into this game and how that would work out. Because maybe the stage was a problem, the controls was a problem, and I think that by putting the stage in that game or that stage in this game, we could find out that answer if we to find out what was so wrong with the game. Was it the control? Was it the level design? Because many people in Sonic Retro says this game is good because of alternate pathways, but others say this game is good because of the control. Even though I disagree with both, by the way, both completely and utterly suck. And this is actually my favorite part of the stage, because it just gives you a thrill. Instead of going away from a tornado, we're going towards it, bitches. You actually can get an achievement if you don't get hit in the section at all, called look by twice or something like that. Or look both ways, thank you. But anyway, I think that we can do that, if somebody can do that, we can find out what was wrong with 06. But anyway, with that done, we have finished Crisis City, and I can finally get rid of those 4 gigs that were eating my computer. Seriously, drawing art with 4 gigs eating your computer is a pain in the ass! But with that done, we have left Sonic 06 behind! Woohoo! I'm not gonna let's play that game.
As much as I dislike relying on others, I'm grateful for your aid. The creature was beyond my skills.
No fucking shit! If it was sent beyond your skills, then you probably wouldn't been turned into a little stone, would you, Blaze? By the way, that's a reference to her appearance in Sonic 06, even though she's from a different dimension, not from the future. Yes, she's from the different dimension. Sonic 06 or Sonic 6, it doesn't exist. So anyway, with that said, and I completely rambled out of the way, I'm the RunnerGuitar, and I'll see you guys later in Rooftop Run!